The future of the kids is very important for parents. So while choosing the school, you are looking at very variety of criteria that are important, and those criteria shouldn't be just only be about today, but about the future as well. I mean, how you preparing your kid. The environment that is supporting the critical thinking, I think, is very important for me. That's very vital. Uh, you know, in my life, I'm focusing on four questions mainly when I'm making a decision. They are like what, why, when, and how. The most important is why and how. So when you're interacting with the problem that you try to solve. So I wanted such an environment, and it's quite now. It's 8 years in total. I have two kids here. So far, I've seen the development phase of the kids, and I'm very happy that we made the right selection. Yeah, it's a very good question. Of course, I mean, we are facing, this is, as I said, it's not only Turkish community, there are many international students coming from all over the world. And when thinking about the future of our kids, of course, I see them being responsible in some areas that are not only linked to Turkey, where we live, or Azerbaijan, where we are from, but globally. So it was very important that the first interaction with those international environment was very smooth. That's very important because kids are learning from early stages, early years. So that truly international environment was an important decision point. And what has changed in them? I think they started thinking very independently. That's very vital. And they are looking at the bigger picture despite their ages. And of course, that can be the effect of teachers, school leadership, or maybe their friends, but also a mix of it. So thinking independently, coming with the solutions, and as I said in my first part, answering to questions and why and how. This is showing that they have started using literally their brain. So it's very vital. That's actually 21st century problem, and as much as we digitalize ourselves, we are losing that essence of coming together and the friendships, social skills, soft skills. We are in like 20, 30 years, last 20, 30 years, we are much focused on technical skills. But we see that people are getting separated into small groups. And at that stage, I think it's very important that people teach their kids or the students get the knowledge of not only technical skills and expertise, but also the soft skills, communication skills which are very important. Actually, I mean, talking to each other is very vital. And when you talk, you form a group or community, and with the community in the future, you become even stronger, even better. And I think that's very challenging stuff for the kids as well. But this environment, this international environment, I think is their best chance to develop their skills, to learn more about each other. And with the COVID time, the position in the world has changed, so people started to get and to have less meetings with each other and etc. So coming together, having after-school clubs, for example, interacting with each other, learning about their cultures, I think they are going to play a more important role in the future. Yeah, they are happy, of course. Especially when they are getting older. For example, my daughter is currently Farah Nazia. She's in grade 7, so she's more mature. She has a more like a larger circle of friends, so she's more happy. She's missing her friends during the break times, school holidays. David, he is of course. He's currently at that age where he's like getting acquainted with the video games and etc. So school is for both of them. It's very important. I think that they are not same in their nature, So one is more on social skills, and the other one is more in details in mathematics, for example, in science, more interested. And so now they are developing their choices about the future. It's very important, and they are both happy. And when there is a, for example, for David, when there is a football class or I don't know, something related with sports, he's much more enthusiastic about waking up early morning. And for the girl as well, I mean, she's more interested in about painting, music, drawing, ballet dancing, and this kind of stuff. So I mean, it's a mixture of for both of them, but they are happy. They are definitely happy. I'm not telling this because maybe teachers will will listen later on. Yeah. As I said, I mean, communication. I mean, communication is a two-sided approach. So I mean, it is not that you speak and that the other part is just listening. Listening is very vital, I believe. So from that point, maybe I can jump into saying that, I mean, giving feedback to school about what we are seeing, what is happening. So it's very important that they are listening to us, the school leadership, to the feedbacks, and coming up with the solutions or opportunities that we can solve that matters. Because every stage, we are also first-time parents. I mean, I have never been parent before, so I'm learning in the process as well. But for the school, it's different because school is for a long time, and they have seen many parents and kids like ours. So I mean, we are learning from the school as well. I mean, in what kind of a situation, what's the reaction, and what's actually, I mean, how should we react as well. And it's very important that they listen to us. It's important that they come up with the solutions, and it's very important that they come up with the follow-up. And as I said, I mean, sometimes, of course, I mean, we have different ideas about our kids, but in reality, they are maybe spending more time with our kids during the day, from early morning till afternoon, than us when we come home. So it's very important that they are watching after, they are listening, and during the parent-teacher meetings, for example, or during the term meetings that we are having with the teachers, we are getting exact analysis of the kids' behavior, skills, their learning abilities. And I think, I mean, for a parent to feel safe about the kid and to think that, okay, they are taking care of your kid as you take your as you make it at home, it's very, I mean, it makes you feel even better. Yeah, we have been here for a long time. Farnaz is, I mean, is here since she's 5 years old. It's now at her 7th year. And David is here since preschool. It's like he's now in grade 3, so it's 4 years for him. And for them in the future, I mean, I want them to feel confident. It's very important, and to feel responsible. And one very important stuff that maybe our generation missed at schools is not only thinking about their class, but about what's happening around the world. So that creating that feeling of consciousness, that's I think very important. Like sometimes they come up with the projects about the animals, sometimes about the nature, sometimes about problems that are far from us, but they're touching the humanity. So they are coming with the presentations, making research on their own. I think that's very important because the methodology that we had at school at our ages is now totally different. So and we saw many numbers, but we missed that touch of humanity. But now I think technical skills can be easily learned in other places. But when kids are growing up, it's very important that since their early ages they have that feeling of consciousness and their responsibility. It's very important because as kids grow up, if they are more responsible, they are responsible only about their professional life or personal life, and also about what's going on around the world. And when your kids are happy at school, and they grow happily as well, and when they are grown-up people, they are more mature, more responsible, more prepared to the life. And the BISI, I think, is giving that opportunity for the kids. It's a free environment. That's very important. They listen to each other's thoughts. They can give feedback to each other, and at that very early stage, I think it's very important. And I hear sometimes from my daughter, for example, when a new student is coming to the classroom, they have buddies from the, you know, the ones that are studying here for a long time, and how they are adapting a new student to the life at BISI is very important. That even being that small of age, but having that, you know, responsibility, maturity. I'll just give an example of when my daughter was elected a house captain, for example. She was preparing a speech and giving promises. And what was very important for me as a dad was that, like, after each week she was coming, she said that, okay, I gave this promise to the students, to my peers. So it's very important that I fulfill that promise. So I have to find a way to solve that promise that I gave to my students. So it's a sense of responsibility that's growing up, and I just want to thank BISI for creating such a trusting environment.